Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for accepting the lecture. Thank you very much. I will give a brief introduction, and I think after that you can start your lecture. Thank you very much.
Maybe I can start now. Yeah.
I will give a brief introduction of you, and then I think you can. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'd like to firstly thank Professor Nurul for acceptance of our lecture series. So on behalf of Professor Dong-Soo Lee, I'd like to introduce today's lecturer, Professor Nurul Islam. So Dr. Islam is professor and chief scientific officer and project director of Cyclotron and Radiochemistry Division in National Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Science, NIMBAS. Dr. Islam has accumulated outstanding achievement in the research of nuclear medicine, physical science. Moreover, he devoted himself to the establishment of a cyclotron and PET-CT facility in NIMBAS. So today, Dr. Islam will share his experience and challenges during establishment of cyclotron and PET-CT facility at NIMBAS. So please welcome Professor Nurul Islam.
So first, I'm going to the introduction again now, okay? That is, cyclotron is a device that accelerates charged atomic or subatomic particles in a constant magnetic field. This type of particle accelerator was very first developed in early 1930s by two American physicists, Ernest Orlando Lawrence and M. Stanley Livingstone, at the University of California, Berkeley. This first medical cyclotron was installed at our country in a private hospital named United Hospital Limited. I was also worked at the United Hospital at that time. That is, they installed the PET trace 9.6 mm. Planning of the cyclotron at PET-CT facility at government sector. Actually, I worked in the government sector, so we have to plan to install a cyclotron in the government sector. At first, we go for the site assessment, then design and construction. Then an ADP project proposal was submitted, then commissioning. And decommissioning also was, we have thinking about that. At first, site assessment was done, and it starts on 2006 and 2007. We primarily selected two sites. One is at hospital premise and other is at Atomic Energy Center, that is at university area. Finally, we got approval for hospital premise, that is at the National Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences. It is on Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University campus, Dhaka. That is, it is at near our institute. Priorities should be given for site assessment. Actually, seismic condition is first priority for the installation of this type of heavy structures, because Dhaka is at seismic zone 2, and so it is safe for the installation of the cyclotron in this area. And history of earthquake also be mentioned, and proximity to capable fault, what fault should be happen during the earthquakes, that should be in mind. Then the flooding potential, groundwater level, that is also important, because the water pressure at the vault or other things in the structures, that is also important. Soil composition, height from sea level, geohydrology, all things are important for the assessment or site assessment. Then approach road, it is also important for the transportation and rigging of the cyclotron. If there is not enough space, it will be great, great fault for the installation. Type of occupancy, that is no residence within the radius of 30 meters, that should be ensured. And presence of any ammunition dumps, storage of inflammable or and toxic substances in the vicinity of the cyclotron. And basement should be chosen for the cyclotron for the natural and effective shielding, as we know that. Then we go for the approval from the regulatory authority for the site, and also from Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission for the site. Next, design and construction. We have, hello. Design and construction. During the design and construction, we have looked about the adequate shielding, and we are following IEA radioisotopes and radiopharmaceutical series 3. Then isolation of radiation area and electric high voltage, that is done. Safe cable routing, segregation for power and signal cables, provision of barriers is done. And that we have to think about the fire propagating materials that should not be in the vicinity of electrical joint. Then we got the we made a decision for the unshielded cyclotron, because we installed in the ground level, inside the ground level. So then we got for the approval from BSC and BIRA, that is Bangladesh Atomic Energy Regulatory Authority. Then we submit a ADP project proposal in 2009 with this side and all other things. And a project was passed, and the title of the project was Establishment of PET City with Cyclotron Facilities. And I was the project director of this PET City and Cyclotron facility. That sponsoring ministry was Ministry of Science and Technology, executing authority was Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission. And project period was 2011 to 2019. The objective of the project. This objective of the project was establishment of cyclotron at a radiochemistry facility for the production of PET radiopharmaceuticals at NIMAS BSMMU campus, Dhaka. This is the first priority. Then establishment of PET city technology as BSMMU campus, and INMAS DMCs, that is Dhaka Medical College Hospital campus, Dhaka. That is another hospital. Next was development of skilled manpower for PET city and cyclotron facility. Facilitate the research activity at the postgraduate level. That is the objective of the projects. Project implementation. During the project implementation, this is a long time, and we saw that it will take time to build the cyclotron vault, all other things, and PET city, and it will long time. So officially, first we complete installation and start operation one PET city machine that is in our old building. There is enough space for the installation of PET city. So we started with the Discovery 710 on January 2015. Yeah. Second, we installed another PET city at that is in Unity TF of Philips at Dhaka Medical College campus, that is at INMAS by May 2018. And the construction of the new building was completed by June 2018 by this Before cyclotron, insertion of the cyclotron, FDZ was purchased from United Hospital, that is from the private sector. Project, okay, that is third PET city. At last, with third PET city, we installed in the new building that is completed. After the first, after that, we shifted the old PET city, that is the Discovery 1, to the new building. By this time, cyclotron was installed by January 2019. Due to some technical difficulties, we start operation of the cyclotron from March 2020. Current status of the cyclotron and PET city in Bangladesh. There are 7 hospitals or institutions are using PET city machine. Amongst 2 have the cyclotrons now. These are the name of the institutions and hospitals. There are 7 hospitals, and 2 of them, Ninmas, have 1 cyclotron. Now, this is the scenario of the Bangladesh. Upcoming status of cyclotron and PET city. There are 4 hospitals or institutions are going to install PET city and machines. Amongst 2 will have the cyclotron. That is, 2 is in Dhaka, that is Sohit Sohrabdi Medical College and Hospitals. It is nearby of us, and National Institute of Cancer Research and Hospital. Medical College and Hospital, Chittagong, and another is Mymensingh Medical College and Hospital, Mymensingh. These 2 are outside the capital, Chittagong and Mymensingh. And Chittagong are going to get a mini cyclotron, and Mymensingh also to get a mini cyclotron. Just 16.4 already now installing, and it is on the way at Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission, that is AERE, Energy Research Establishment, Harvard. It is now an installing process. Main features of our cyclotron: the new building is about 15,000 square feet, and IBA cyclotron 18/9 was installed by January 2019. It has now 2 hot cells with 4 chambers, 2 modules for FDZ, 1 for C11, and 1 for ammonia. 1 cryo sterile dispenser for the final production, and fully equipped QC laboratory to meet the GMP. For continuous power supply, we have 120 kVA UPS support with automatic startup 300 kVA generator. Continuous monitoring of temperature and humidity is done in the production area. Automatic radiation level monitoring in the production area, access control system for entire facility we have. Difficulties during the preparation and rigging cyclotron. Actually, it is on the basement, so there is a lot of leakage, and water leakage is there, and each of the cyclotron vault and operation room. We made a treatment for this leakage, and it took very much long time. Approach road, actually in front of the F block, that is where we installed the cyclotron. It was not sufficient approach road, and for the placement of the 100-ton crane for rigging the cyclotron. That was another difficulty. And another difficulty was a high voltage electric line in front of the new building. That is 11,000 kVA line there was going in front of this building. Before rigging, there was another challenges came in front of us, that sliding the 27 ton of cyclotron in the appropriate place in the cyclotron board. Because this needs the roller or tools for the placement of the cyclotron. Care should be taken. Actually, care should be taken during the transportation of the cyclotron from the seaport to the site. follow the guideline of the manufacturer if they have, and you should care about the storage of the boxes of the cyclotrons at the appropriate place. During the rigging, appropriate crane should be chosen. During the placement of the cyclotron in the vault, appropriate tools should be used for the movement. Manpower at Cyclotron PET City in Inmas. We have the 4 physicians, 3 specialists in nuclear medicine, 1 is a specialist from radiology, 5 medical physicists, 3 radiochemists, 1 pharmacist, 7 technologists, and 2 engineers are working in the Cyclotron PET City division. That is radio pharmacy. We should not go, actually we don't have the oxygen one, but we have the nitrogen 13, carbon 11, and fluorine 18 target. That is the thing. That is the scenario of this IBA cyclotron, and we have that targets. And we have also one beamline and solid target. This is the scenario from rigging of the cyclotron to the wall. Then this is the design. Actually, this is the basement area, the cyclotron wall. This is the cyclotron wall, and we place this here is the RF and power supply. All these things is here, and operation area is here, and we put that is for cooling the cyclotron. We have put a cooling machines here, and that is the semi-basement area. Actually, 2 basements are taken for the cyclotron, and one for part of one is for the clean room and installation of the commissar and other hot cells, commissar hot cells, and QC lab also installed in this area. That is semi-basement area. This is the inside the vault. You see our cyclotron. That is our cyclotron. And this is the scenario of the commissar hot cells and QC lab. And here you see we are selling FDZ outside, also outside. Private hospitals, Medinova, Evercare hospitals, CMS hospitals, and other hospitals outside. Also, our institutions also using this. Actually, it is the scenario of 2011, a total supply of 55.8 QD we have supplied. And that is the graph of this data. That is the yield. That is C11 yield in 1. And 13 yield in 1 hour. Actually, we are using this is the actually this is in our cyclotron. We use it on the rabbit, and this is the scene of the rabbit PET. Quality control. A lot of quality control was done. There can be done. We pursue the radionuclide purity, chemical and radiochemical purity, and radiopharmaceuticals quality. This is all can be done in our lab. Commissioning. Before commissioning, we have to, before licensing actually, for granting license, we have ensured that there is a qualified tools for the devices, a trial operation permission that should we have, and final safety analysis report and results for commissioning. For granting the license, we have done that. Decommissioning facilities also we have think about that permission, because we have to take permission from the regulatory authority and have induced the activity. It is the decommissioning commissioning procedure we will have. Thank you, all of you.
Okay, hello. So from the participants, do you have any questions or comments regarding the establishment of Cyclotron? And so, so how many?
Yes.
I think you are quite doing a lot of production of F18 labeled like FDG and supplying many centers currently. So do you have some other some future plans for other radiopharmaceuticals currently?
Actually, we have F18 FDG, F18 FLT, and F18 sodium fluoride. We can produce. We have the option, and also FMIS also. And on the C11, we have produced C11 BTO9, and there is option for acetate and choline. And besides ammonia, we can produce ammonia also. We have the options. These are these things. And in future, we have a solid targets, and we have a plan for install the hot cells for the solid targets and all other things. Maybe zinc and zinc will be produced, and a zirconium will be produced, right?
Thank you. And regarding the commissioning, it's about like GMP quality. So it's getting a license from the authority. So you get the license for selling the product in the cyclotron. Is it right, or how does this work?
Yes, for the GMP, we have okay. For the GMP, we follow the European standard, and all the things for the designing, radiation safety, quality, all the things that is assessed by the Bangladesh Regulatory Authority and Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission, and also we follow by the manufacturer's procedure for the GMP. Yes.
Oh, and if Professor Fatima is there, I think whether she could share some current studies done using the PET CT in NIMBAS. What kind of how many studies are you currently doing in NIMBAS using the PET CT? I think there seems to be some connection issue. So I think, would there be other questions or comments from the participants? Okay, if not, I think we could wrap up the day's session now. And I really, again, thank you for sharing us your experience about establishing this cyclotron.
Hi, excuse me, we have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the excellent presentation. I'm Randy from Indonesia. We would like to ask about your experience preparing for the cyclotron permit. How long does it take for you to prepare for the government permit, the administration, etc.? So you can start building the cyclotron in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me. How long time it is required for the permission?
Yes. How long does it take for you to prepare for the government administration, for the permit, and everything else? How many years does it take for you to prepare? Thank you.
Actually, we started this project in 2011, but Cyclotron is actually came to Dhaka at by the June 2018. All the materials come to 2018, and we started to installation next September 2018, and it took almost 1 year, to installation all the things of the cyclotron. Basically, chiller in the rooftop, then clean room, then cyclotron board, operation room, radio frequency room. All these things we have done almost. It took 1 year.
So that's almost, yeah. So that's almost 7 to 8 years delay since planning to the operational.
Yes, actually, first the building we have. This is in the government sector. It took a long time for the building. That's PWD in our country was in the government sector done the building. Actually, we accommodate one cyclotron in the basement to linear accelerator and one cyber knife in the basement area. So it took time for that do the architectural design, and it is it was very hard to accommodate all these things in the basement. So it took almost 6 months for the design. Okay.
Thank you very much for sharing your experience.
Hello.
Yeah. So I believe, would there be other questions from the participants? Okay, Professor Islam, thank you very much for sharing your experience. And I think we can wrap up today's session now and meet at the next session. Thank you very much.